Shalom. So this is a continuation lesson, continuing on with nuclear Armageddon topic, and I'm just going to continue on in the video.
In the military command and control centers would be in, let's say, the secret bunkers, not the ones that are targets that Russia's going to take out, that I write about in the book, but the smaller ones. Those are going to only function for as long as there's gasoline to run the diesel in, the diesel generators. And then those people are going to have to come out. And who's left? It's man returning to the most primal, most violent state as people fight over the tiny resources that remain. And by the way, they're all malnourished, everybody's sick, and most people have lost everything and everyone they know.
How many people would be dead or dying, do you think, after those 72 minutes?
Hundreds of millions of people die in the fireballs, no question. But the number that I think is very interesting to think about comes from Professor Toon and his team, who wrote a paper for Nature recently, 2022, and sort of updated nuclear winter idea based around food. And the number that they have is 5 billion people would be dead.
The population of the planet currently is what, 8 billion?
Yes.
So there'd be 3 billion people still alive. Where shall I go to be one of the 3 billion? I was just in New Zealand and Australia.
That's exactly where you'd go. Although,
Good.
according to Toon, those are the only places that could actually sustain agriculture.
I was there 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago, it was maybe 10 days ago. I was in New Zealand and Australia. And at that time, I think Iran attacked Israel.
Right. Yes.
I was kind of happy.
You were in the right place at the right time.
I was kind of happy for where I was located. If I'm gonna, and I was thinking, I actually remember I was talking to my friend and I pulled up a map. I was trying to see how far away I was from everything. I was thinking because World War III started trending on Twitter, I was thinking if it does break out now, I think I'm probably pretty well placed. Is that the place to be?
That is, according to Professor Toon. I mean, he was so generous with me. He shared a lot of his slideshows that he has for his students, and that is really pretty much what's left. I mean, because most of the world is, certainly the mid-latitudes would be covered in these, sheets of ice, the freshwater bodies. Places like Iowa and Ukraine would be just snow for 10 years. And so agriculture would fail. And when agriculture fails, people just die. And on top of that, you have the radiation poisoning, because the ozone layer will be so damaged and destroyed that you can't be outside in the sunlight. And so people will be forced to live underground. And so you have to imagine people living underground, fighting for food, everywhere except for in New Zealand and Australia. There was also another interesting detail that he shared with me, that, 66 million years ago, an asteroid hit Earth and wiped out the dinosaurs and something like 70% of the known species. And Professor Toon compared nuclear war to that situation. And so when you really think about it, and again, this was also echoed by Craig Fugate, FEMA's director, you think about it, there's nothing we can do about an asteroid, at least not right now. And yet there is something, nuclear war is a man-made threat, and therefore it has to be a man-made solution.
What is the solution?
I really believe...
All right. Also giving all praises to YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Like I said, it's continuation, and so she made a few points which I'm gonna speak on, which is well, number one, if you're of the elect, you don't have to worry about any of this, because she spoke on, after the missiles hit America, okay, basically the only First of all, she said 5 billion. We're talking about 5 billion people she projects will die on Earth. Which, let me get that. Because hey, the Lord is going to take out a lot of people. It could be more. It could be more than that. Isaiah 66:15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire." All right. And so, yeah, the Lord will come with chariots. All right. But, you know, he's also going to come with that fire, that nuclear fire. All right. And the chariots are going to also, you know, have fire, being concentrated fire to take these people out as well. Verse 16, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." Okay? So the slain of the Lord will be many, man. Lord is going to take out majority of the earth, man. You know? He's going to take out 2/3 of Israel, of the Israelites. And, you know, as a result, after the missiles, after the nuclear Armageddon, you know, there's going to be billions of people dying because she mentioned a few things which I never even considered, which is, you know, well, I mean, we know about the radiation, but, you know, when you consider the food and growing, you know, growing the agriculture after the nuclear war, the nuclear missiles drop, you know, yeah, you're not gonna be able to grow anything, man. You know, the ozone layer is going to be damaged. So she said you're not gonna be able to go out in the sun because the sun is gonna be too, I guess, too bright or too, you know, too. I guess it'll burn you as well. All right, but she said that the only place that's safe, or I say able to be inhabited is like you know, Australia, which also makes sense because, you know, it's isolated from the other continents, you know. But and you know, we'll see. You know, I know for one thing that Australia will be I know for one thing that Australia will be affected. How do I say? Their economy. Their economy will definitely be affected. Okay. You know, but yeah. So hey, the slain of the Lord will be many, man. Hey, the Lord is not playing. That's a lot of death on the earth. You know, she even said that most of your loved ones, you know, most people will all of their loved ones will, you know, be dead. And she also said that man will go into a primal state, which I mentioned in the last video. That's 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, which you know, and it's also going to happen prior to the missiles. You know, 2nd Ezra 15. Well, let me get this. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So yeah, the Lord is bringing a big spirit of death. A death angel is going to get busy on this earth. All right, but let's see. Going to where it goes into man will not have pity upon his neighbor. I'll find it. Hold on. 2nd Ezra 15 and 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Yeah, so is that not what she was talking about? She said that, people are going to be, go into survival mode. And, they shit, man, they going to, if you got anything to eat or anything of substance that they need, they're going to kill you, man. And even the she said the gas, when the gas generators run out, they're gonna go up, they're gonna have to come out of them bunkers, man. So yeah, man, this is the reality, man. This is what we're dealing with. This is a grave reality. All right. And so, the Lord is gonna come back with severe judgment. This lady, is an expert, and she's just speaking on, it could, I believe it'll be worse than even what she's speaking about. But, what she's speaking about right now, the way she described it is serious, man, severe. All right. So, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch on those few points. Lord willing, you were edified. End off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.